So I got a question. The JPEG and the large RAW, which one's better? I've always been told that the large RAW is better, especially if you're going to use Lightroom or something, but my colors are significantly different. I took a sunrise photos the other day. The one on the left is my JPEG. The one on the right is my large RAW. You'll notice it's a lot darker. So maybe the RAW is accurate. I just had my settings to where the picture came out darker. Or maybe the JPEG is just naturally brighter. I don't know. Maybe somebody will know. But I was down snapping some photos. I like going to this place, east side of Kansas City. There's this place out in the kind of a wooded area, right off I-70 there. You go down Old Nolan, and there's a park down here. And now this park is kind of set up in this really great spot where it's a low area over here, and it's got a bunch of walking trails through here. And now if you can see it, this is actually a small ridge, and that ridge has in front of it a little creek. There's a little creek that runs right along the west side of this ridge. And so if you're down here in the morning in kind of this low spot where the parking lot is, you're looking directly east at that sunrise, and you get to see that sun come cut through the foliage in the trees and then hit a whole bunch of fog down here, and it makes for some really beautiful photos. That's what those photos are there. I kind of like the JPEG. It's just a little bit brighter. I can see some of the foreground a little bit better, but I don't know what the difference in these are. Anyway, if you know, let me know. Okay, so now I left the park. I wanted to get some good early morning, foggy morning photos. So if I leave the park here, I go just a few miles over to the east. We have Jacomo Lake over there. And there's a few particular areas I like to go to. One of them is here, kind of this big open field area. And it's got a couple long roads, and it's not far from the water, and that fog really kind of consumes this whole field. I'll show you what those photos look like. So we got these side by side, JPEG and RAW. Here in these foggy photos, what we're looking at is that the RAW is actually brighter than the JPEG. And so that makes me think, if there's no consistency on the JPEG file being brighter every time, maybe it's me. I'm the problem, it's me. Having because I shoot in manual pretty much all the time, so maybe I just had the ISO or something was off that made this brighter, and the JPEG didn't pick that up. So maybe maybe the RAW is more accurate, and I just had the settings brighter in the camera in this shot. So again, I don't know. If you know, let me know, and I'll put up the rest of the pictures in the video now. Thanks.